In November 2015, the Canadian Cancer Society canceled the Volunteer Cancer Drivers program in Metro Vancouver. It was a vital service for many cancer patients who had no other way to get to their medical appointments and life-saving treatments. 3 of the volunteer drivers stepped up to help. John McGuinness, Garth Pinton, and George Garrett registered the Volunteer Cancer Drivers Society with the BC government and began to recruit drivers and dispatchers. By February of 2016, they were on the road, transporting patients from the North Shore, Delta, White Rock, Surrey, New Westminster, the Tri-Cities of Port Moody, Coquitlam, and Port Coquitlam, Pitt Meadows, Maple Ridge, Langley, Mission, and Abbotsford. The Freemasons cover Vancouver, Burnaby, and Richmond. 4 years later, the Volunteer Cancer Drivers Society had over 200 drivers and 10 dispatchers. The volunteers had put in over 85,000 hours of their time on 60,000 patient trips and had driven over 1.7 million kilometers to cancer appointments at over a dozen different treatment destinations in the Lower Mainland. This service is absolutely vital to cancer patients.
I wouldn't have gone through it without them. Seriously, I say that, and I'm very honest. That's the truth.
It made a big difference for me. If I had to take the bus, I'm not sure if I would have even been able to make it.
Well, like I said, they helped me out. I couldn't have done it without them.
And without the volunteer drivers, I wouldn't be here, you know. I think I wouldn't be here.
Laura appreciated the service of the Volunteer Cancer Drivers so much, she joined the team as a dispatcher.
Giving my time with them, working for them as a dispatcher is a privilege for me.
Giving back. That's pretty much the theme of the Volunteer Cancer Drivers Society. No one is paid for their service. All drivers, dispatchers, and directors of the society are volunteers. Drivers receive an expense allowance based on their mileage to cover gas costs, but many donate their expenses back to the society each month.
The drivers are a huge, generous contributor to us, as are our patients. We let them know that we are a donor-supported organization. We do not receive government funding. We do not receive funding from the Cancer Society or the Cancer Agency. So all of the funds that we need to operate are donor-supported funds.
This service is extremely important to people in BC who need help getting to their medical appointments for cancer treatments. VCDS drivers are caring and attentive. In addition to the vital task of getting patients safely to and from their appointments, they provide relief from stress and anxiety by being there and staying there.
They came right up to the floor where I was having the treatment. They waited, they brought me bottles of water. They were just wonderful, very, very kind people.
The drugs they give me put me to sleep, and I know that I'm not supposed to drive, so this is one reason I need help. It's all gone very smoothly for me, and I am so thankful for these drivers. It's just wonderful.
As you get older, you tend to be hesitant about driving in areas that you're not familiar with, and that's why I'm depending on the volunteer drivers.
It's truly a win-win because the drivers actually look forward to their trips with patients.
It's so worthwhile. It is very worthwhile, very gratifying, satisfying, and of course it's so needed by people, as like Audrey just said. Where she lives, there's no public transit.
It's a good fit for me. Enjoy the meeting new people and just and helping them out at the same time.
The people you meet, the patients, the staff, it's just tremendous. It's the best thing I've ever done.
The only thing I could add is, if you can find in your heart to volunteer as a driver or even a dispatcher, we need you. That's all. We need you, especially drivers.
I've been driving with the Volunteer Cancer Drivers since the beginning, and the reason for doing it is because it's the right thing to do.